Nerd News Cafe. Stir it up with Matt, Landon, and Justin.
Get ready to stir it up. It is round 25. I hope your Thursday's going great because mine's going super duper. I'm Matt.
This is Justin.
Ooh-wee! I'm Landon.
Nice! I love it. So I hope everything is going great in your day, and if it's not, that's why we're here, to make it that much better or worse. Hopefully better.
We always improve it.
Hopefully better.
Yeah.
Hey, if we're going to go extreme, I don't care which way it goes.
Okay.
I don't care which way
That's true,
the
because
meter goes.
That's true. I mean, hate is not a bad thing. If people are hate listening, we said we'll take it.
Oh, I will take those downloads along with cheerfulness. I mean,
Downloads still count.
Hey, you can sit there and cuss me in your little car or whatever you're doing. If you're downloading, we're cool with
but
it.
you're still listening.
You're still listening.
Unless you're a Diet Mountain Dew drinker, and then take a hike, buddy. Jog on, Jared.
We need those downloads. You go ahead and hit download and those 5-star ratings. So
Yeah,
if we
those
could
two.
get that,
Then
that
you
would
can
be
leave.
muchly appreciated. So we have a pretty good show today, I think.
I think so.
It's compacted, and I think you're going to do something a little different with Comic Book Corner.
Yes, and let's see if I can do this right this time.
God.
Let's take a step on into Comic Book Corner.
That was the weirdest way you
really
could have done that.
Wow.
So let me tell you
He
what
didn't
happened.
blow us out of the room, but he did something real creepy on that one.
I know it wasn't like the heroic kind of like bold Comic Book Corner that I usually go with, but I was almost a little gun shy this time. So I thought I'd ease into
I
it.
feel like that was sidekick corner there because
thought
he
I'd-
sounded
yeah.
like a Robin.
It was a little creepy.
It was a little creepster.
But that's okay. Yeah. So Comic Book Corner, from a comic book perspective, is going to be a little light for me today. I don't know if there's some things that you guys want to touch on, but I am recently getting up to speed on a movie franchise that has been a blind spot for me for a little while, and I think it's time that I start telling you guys all about how I'm feeling about it. I want to share my feelings.
He wants to share his feelings. This
I do.
is Justin's therapy session.
So I will admit to you that until yesterday, the only Fast and Furious movie I've ever seen was The Fast and the Furious,
The Fast and the
circa
Furious.
1998 or whenever that movie came out.
The original, not the remake, or not the remake.
There was a remake? Oh, no, wait,
No,
there
no,
was. Yeah,
not
way back
the
when.
remake, but not the movie that still had the same name as the first
Right.
movie.
Well, the
God,
first
I'm
one.
confused.
So it's remember how if you saw The Social Network, one of the things they told him to really boost his brand was drop "the" from Facebook. So it wasn't the Facebook; it was Facebook. The first movie was The Fast and the Furious. The one that came out later was Fast and Furious.
Yeah, just Fast and
They
Furious.
dropped the "these."
Yeah.
So
Shut up. It's still the same thing.
anyway, so I rewatched the first one. Matt has a lot of these movies. He owns them, so he shared them with me. Mm-hmm. I rewatched the first one, and I remembered, oh yeah, this movie has some fun aspects to it. But I could see why I wasn't like fired up about the franchise, and why when 2 came out or Tokyo Drift that I was like, whatever. And I just kind of, whatever I was into at the time, I was probably making some really good choices, like going to see Attack of the Clones or something at that time.
Probably.
Yeah. And I made poor choices, if that's the case. But
Yeah.
but yesterday I watched Too Fast, Too Furious. And I've done zero research on what the critical reviews and what the kind of general crowd response to these movies have been. So I'm going to share my thoughts. And
It had Ludacris in it.
yeah, it did. and I just want to see if I'm in line with how people generally felt. I like Too Fast, Too Furious a lot more than the first one.
Of course. It was more comedic.
It was better. I thought it was more fun.
It's my favorite.
Tyrese
is the greatest.
he's great. in that movie.
He does a really
he's
good job of being the comedic response to what that movie needed, kind of
Yeah.
in the first one.
Because Vin Diesel is just Vin Diesel. All you're ever going to get with Vin Diesel is,
I'm here, I'm big.
I guess it's time to drive, or whatever
He does a way better Vin Diesel than that.
Mine doesn't even.
Mine
He's
always
just
sounds
way
like-
back in the throat. I can't
Yeah.
do it. So
Choking on.
Yeah, are you okay?
I think
I'm stroking out over here.
Vin Diesel sounds like he needs the tonsillectomy that I received, and then his voice will actually come out normal. Or he's one of those people that always sounds like he's got that bubble in his throat. You know how you suddenly start talking real weird, and you hear it. Other people don't really hear it.
He sounds
I'm
like-
hearing the bubble in his throat, and I wish he would clear it.
he sounds like Balboa with gravel in his mouth. That's what he sounds like.
So, but anyway, yeah, Too Fast, Too Furious minus Vin Diesel plus Tyrese and minus Ja Rule plus Ludacris.
Ja Rule never makes an appearance back again. I just want you to know.
He was just in the first one.
Monica is gone.
Okay. But Ludacris was way better.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. He's actually a good actor, I think.
Yeah. Tyrese was way better. And I just had a good time watching it. It was fun. I was laughing. I was enjoying. So a couple weekends ago, I finally watched the live action Beauty and the Beast, and here's how.
Wow, this is a good tangent.
Here's how nerdy I am. About midway through that movie, I actually stopped myself. Like I disconnected from the movie for a second. I looked at my wife and I said, I'm really enjoying this movie. Like, I was really enjoying, like, I was into it. I was like, yeah, this is fun. They did a really good job. It wasn't perfect, but I really liked it.
If we're going to talk about that movie for a moment, I feel like it was okay until they got to the castle, and that's where it got better.
Okay.
And then there was one musical number I was like, let's move forward.
They added some things they didn't need to add for sure.
But once they're in the castle, it was really cool. I thought that was fun. I didn't like being in the village. I thought we spent like a lot of time in this village, and I was like, I don't need all this backstory.
But, Kevin Kline was great.
Yeah.
I really liked him as Maurice. I really liked Josh Gad. He was really good.
Josh Gad.
Yeah. I did want Gaston to be more jacked than he was, but he was fine.
But I like that guy as a villain.
Yeah, he was good.
And you know what's great about that guy being a villain? He's a villain later on in Fast and Furious.
Okay, cool. So there you go. See, tied together. So anyway, back to Fast and Furious. I had the same kind of experience about midway through. I was like, I am enjoying this stupid movie. Like, I'm really having a good time watching Too Fast, Too Furious. So anyway, even at the end, of course one of the things I guess that I'm learning as I watch these, and I've heard, they love to jump the shark with the things that they decide to do, their stunts, their action sequences. They're going to up the game every time, and they're going to take it to the nth degree. I loved them jumping that stupid car onto the yacht. I thought it was hilarious. It was the funniest part of that movie. I wasn't like, whoa, what an extreme trick. I was laughing my ass off.
If you look at that movie, if you look at that world from here on out, I want you to see this world as a superhero's world.
Okay.
It will totally make sense to you. They don't get hurt. The things they try always work.
Yeah.
And always remember that, and this is really going to blow your mind, Vin Diesel is the Tony Stark of that world.
All right. Okay. I'll keep that in mind as I continue forward. But there's okay, so we're looking at right now the IMDb for Luke Evans
is Gaston, and connect him to Fast and Furious 6. He was Shaw.
There you go.
Which he's in the new one too.
All right. So I'll see him later.
There we go. We can confirm
later.
Fast and the Furious and the live-action Disney movies take place in the same universe.
So no one drives like Gaston.
No one does stunts like Gaston. No one robs banks like Gaston. No, Gaston is Shaw's ancestor.
Okay.
I'm going to say that.
All right.
That's a cheap, crazy theory for you guys.
Does that mean that Belle might be somehow connected to
only if she shows up?
Wonder Woman?
Could Bale be connected?
Because if you're connecting the worlds,
well, they live in that society that they're hidden from the rest of the world. So yeah, they're in that world.
Okay, yeah.
And when they talk about the ships that made it in there and that they had to take down,
that Enchantress somehow makes that castle invisible to everybody.
Bingo.
Very similar to
could one
Wonder
of the
Woman's
Amazons
Island
be the Enchantress?
Could be. They're the one that's hiding it.
And there is a DC villain named the Enchantress. Oh my God, we can now confirm that the
It's not the
Marvel
same one,
live-action movies are in the same universe as the
Well,
Fast
she
and
was in the
Furious
Amazon.
And DC.
And she was in the Amazon, so maybe she died. And then that woman in Suicide Squad opened up that relic, and now she's the Enchantress.
Oh.
So that's how you connect them.
There you go.
That's how we do it.
There you go. Okay.
That's how we do's.
So anyway, I'm enjoying the ride. Can I say that? I'm enjoying the ride on Fast and Furious?
I have seen them all now.
I'll allow it.
From beginning to end, and I actually binge watched 6 through 8.
Okay.
And if you look at it in that superhero way, they're great, and if you don't think about plot.
Oh, no. You can't.
Like there's plot, but let's not go into why or motivations. I mean, you can literally in this world kill someone's best friend and they'll work with you the next day. That's just how it works.
Yeah.
You know, you go in the office, goodbye, Frank. Oh, Bill, you guys are friends? Well, we need to work together because that's just how it's going to be to get this job done.
Yeah.
All right. And you and Bill are friends.
And you want to talk about serious Deus Ex Machina? It's all over the place.
Oh
in
my
these movies.
goodness!
Oh, God,
Let me tell you
yes.
something. That should be under every title.
Yeah.
You know, Fast and Furious, Too Fast, Too Furious, Deus Machina.
Yeah. All over the place.
All over the place. And now the spinoff, when you get up there, The Rock's character and then Jason Statham are going to get their own movie.
And I haven't
when-
met them yet.
You haven't met them yet, and you meet The Rock first, and then Jason Statham way later. That movie, watching 8, I understand that movie now.
Okay.
I understand why it's a good idea, and I understand why it could be fun, because The Rock, he is who he is, but
Yeah.
Jason Statham is great.
Oh, yeah.
He is... There is a scene in the last one, and I'm not going to spoil it for you, between Jason Statham and a baby that is hilarious.
Okay.
It's hilarious. This whole action sequence with him and a baby made me laugh so hard.
All right.
I'm just telling you. I'm excited for you to see this scene because you're going to be
For
like,
me to experience.
is this really happening? And you're going to be like, this is funny. So
Sounds good to me.
I'm
down.
excited for you to see that.
I will say you're undertaking somewhat of a. I don't want to say a hard journey, a strenuous journey, because in my opinion, those movies didn't start getting good until The Rock showed up. So you have a few more movies to slog
But I
through.
enjoyed.
I like Tokyo
I'm telling you.
Drift.
and that's my next one. So that I might watch that one tonight.
But that guy's accent, I'm sure you're used to mine. Holy crap, his is something else.
Okay.
His is way country more than me, and I don't know if that's even possible at this point, but he is way country.
Well, I'm on my way. The journey has begun.
Oh, you're-
I'm not into Mordor yet,
I
but
can't-
I've definitely left the Shire.
I can't wait till he meets Bow Wow.
Ugh.
Is he going to be the Gollum of my journey?
No. Little Bow Wow is in Tokyo Drift, and he is a major part of Tokyo
Oh, is he
Drift.
really?
Yeah, he's kind of like, I don't know. He's kind of like if you substituted Kevin Hart for The Rock.
Interesting. Okay.
We're going to keep up on the Kevin Hart, bashing.
Keep bashing Kevin Hart. New trademark of the show. By the way, we forgot to mention we are broadcasting live from Best Buy in Sheboygan, Michigan.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. Shout out to the Sheboygan Best Buy.
I'm so glad
Wait
they
a
could
minute.
shut down for our production.
Isn't Sheboygan in Wisconsin? I said Michigan. I don't know.
There's a Sheboygan,
Well,
Michigan.
when Kid Rock gets the Senate seat, it will become part of
Oh,
Michigan.
okay.
Because he's going to annex that for tax dollars. Because God knows you're not going to get it out of Michigan.
Yeah, Sheboygan is in Wisconsin.
Yeah. and
Are you sure there's a Sheboygan, Michigan? Are we doing revisionist geography right now?
I looked up a Sheboygan, Michigan.
Is it really fake news if you say it?
I think it's real news at that point.
Sheboygan, Michigan, zip code.
Oh, it's spelled different. The Sheboygan
is.
in Wisconsin is spelled with an S.
Well, I'm glad I'm not near
Sheboygan
the
in
Green Bay
Michigan
Packers, so I'm cool with
It's
that.
spelled with a C.
It's spelled with a C. So anyway, yep, here we are. Now we know what state we're in. And bring it on, Kevin Hart.
Is it in the UP?
Come find us. Come find us at the Sheboygan
Come at
Best
me, bro,
Buy.
in Sheboygan.
Exactly. Which one is it? You'll never know.
You'll never know. You have to drive to both of them.
Exactly. And then when you get to that one, we're at the other one. Sorry.
Oh, gotcha.
The other quick thing that I did get to watch, and I told you all I wanted to see this movie. You all criticized me for it. I finally saw it,
We're still going to criticize you for it.
and I'm going to tell you it's worth your time if you can get it for free. I watched Baywatch, and I had a good time. I enjoyed it.
So,
Here's the thing. I don't get why everybody hated that movie so much. That movie, I think it has like a
'Cause
13.
there's no Hasselhoff?
He's in it. He's in it.
not enough.
There's a movie that has, this movie has like something like 13% on Rotten Tomatoes. I've seen so many terrible movies in my time that I've been like, why did I waste my time watching this? I didn't feel that way. I mean, is it going to win an Oscar? No, but it is what it is.
Why not?
It is what it is. Like, you get
Do you think the art could win? Maybe the soundtrack?
yeah, maybe set design.
I mean, we handed out 3 6 Mafia an Oscar, so I'm going to tell you right now, no one is beyond getting an Oscar at this point.
But
Now,
if
granted, they did a good soundtrack.
if you're interested in the men, you've got The Rock, you got Zac Efron. There's a lot of shirtlessness going on in this movie. There's penis jokes if you are a fan of Spider-Man: Homecoming. There's You know, and there's ladies to look at throughout the whole thing. They definitely do a lot of slow motion running. I mean, there is gratuitous, like CJ style, because she is CJ in this movie. Mm-hmm. You know, running slowly in her bathing suit. They do it.
All right.
So if you're interested in that stuff, and then ridiculous action, if the movie, think about it this way: if the TV show decided to go full camp, but they still had a TV show budget, and they wanted to like really embrace the aspects of Baywatch that people like enjoyed about it,
There were people who enjoyed Baywatch.
I watched Baywatch. Come on,
That's not why you watched it.
No, but
We still watched it.
I still
Do
watched
you
it.
remember any plot from any?
No, of course not.
episode?
Of course not.
There was the one where
Oh, here
the
we go.
kid had to go into that skiing competition to
That was
save the
G.I.
rec
Joe.
center. Oh. Okay, well, there was the one where the kid had to go into a snowboarding competition. to
Still
save the
G.I.
rec
Joe.
Center.
No, all I'm saying is
I will say in defense of what you're saying, what did you expect from that TV show? I mean, that TV show was campy and they didn't know it.
Yeah.
And now they made a movie that is campy.
Yep.
And they do
embraced
know it. Yeah.
They went in head first.
I'm not
and
saying against that. I just don't have any interest.
you don't have to. It's one of those that you're like, okay,
If it's on, I'll watch
it's
it
on.
kind of thing.
I've got nothing better to do with my next
another
2 hours.
Exactly. Another 2 hours of my time that I have nothing going on.
And you know what? At the end of it, you're going to chuckle a time or two. You're going to enjoy the visuals that you get from that movie.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to be like, The Rock is The Rock, and he's fun to watch. And
Does he
so
tell somebody to shut their mouth?
the whole movie, he's giving Zac Efron garbage. The whole time, he's talking trash to him.
I can get behind that.
He actually
Well, see, now he's actually selling me on this
he
movie.
actually at one point, I'm pretty sure, I might be making this up, but at one point, I'm pretty sure he calls him High School Musical.
Okay, that's awesome.
You're definitely edging me towards seeing this in my free time.
So Zac Efron
Which I
doesn't
don't
get
have.
any respect from The
Right.
Rock until the very end. He earns it, of course.
Do you think
That's
we
his
can
journey.
connect that movie to Neighbors?
Maybe.
Sure, I don't see why not. We've already connected the live action Disney movies with DC. So
I just feel like Zac
man.
Efron, like that was his college years before he went to the beach, and then we can bring in like into the Baywatch 2 because they're probably going to make it.
Yeah,
Seth
Rogen's
Rogen,
I don't
shirtless and ready.
I don't think we're going to get a Baywatch
Stoned
2.
as hell.
Probably not.
I don't
Probably
think
not.
so.
I don't know. We got freaking Jumanji 2. Let's get that going.
Well, maybe in 20 years we'll get Baywatch 2.
Yeah, there we
Oh,
go,
that would be
20 years.
delightful. And we'll reboot it.
Yeah. Again. So, anyway, that's all.
Y'all Space Watch.
Comic Book Corner was no comic books, but
It is comic books. I'm telling you, Fast and Furious is a superhero franchise.
yeah.
It is a
Yeah, their
superhero
cars
franchise.
are their
They
superpowers.
all but need to make a comic book series out of it if they haven't already, which I'm almost positive I've seen one.
I'm surprised if there's not. There should be.
You know what? If they did make a comic out of Fast and the Furious, they should make it like those cards that make sounds, those like greeting cards when you open them. So when you open the comic book, it goes, and then and every time you open the page, it's a different car sound.
A gear shift all the time because
And then
every
him going, let's do it, in different parts.
I don't know if you've ever driven a car that's a manual transmission. I'm sure
yeah.
I'm sure you have. You do not need to shift the gears nearly as much as they do in those movies.
I don't know what they're doing all the time. Here's my thing. They always downshift and they take off like they found a new gear in the car. I'm
Yeah.
like, when you downshift and you're already rev living, let me
gonna
tell you
blow
something.
your engine.
Goodbye, transmission. Well, I don't love you anymore. Yeah, engine too.
I know. I always love that. It's like they've been racing along all this time. Paul Walker gets an intense look in his eyes like, it's time to do this. Drops it into another gear. If you had that the whole time, why weren't you using it, dummy?
What are you doing? Yeah. I mean, I know there's just that little bit of delay where you drop down, but if you have something that has ridiculous horsepower, when you drop to that next gear, goodbye,
Yeah.
adios. You should have done that right at the first of the race.
Exactly. Why were you holding it back?
And here's my thing. They're always like, they've got these ridiculous cars. I'm talking like insane engines and stuff into them. None of them burn the tires on those things coming out of the box. Every time it's like, "Brum, I have total traction." No, you
There's
do
a
not.
small. There's usually a small bark.
just a little bark. I'm like, let me tell you something. 2,000 horsepower. Goodbye tires. I don't love you anymore. I'm on rims.
Yep.
I have drove things with power, and it is insane.
Oh yeah, you can't keep them on the road. if you
No,
floor
they're
it.
everywhere.
Yeah. So, but they can.
Oh, they're superheroes.
superheroes.
Because their superpower is cars. Because they actually say it in one of the movies. Whatever you do, don't let them get in a car.
Yeah.
And
There you go.
I mean, was it Jason Sudeikis or not Sudeikis? Mantzoukas.
Mantzoukas. Yeah.
Mantzoukas. Or no, him and another guy have already said if they could just combine this with the Transformers, we would be solid.
Yeah, they should do it.
It would save Michael Bay.
Oh, I don't know that there's any saving Michael Bay at this point.
No, he's insane. He's already lost his mind. We have dubs and explosions from him. That's what to expect.
Yeah. All right.
I think we've peed long enough on that franchise. What do you have in hot and streamy?
Yeah, speaking of peed, let's keep the stream going.
That's right.
This week's Hot and
Keep it
Streamy,
strong.
I'm focusing on some video games. I'm going to piggyback off of our Tuesday episode. Still a little bit of news coming out of D23 I wanted to talk about. We had a 5.5-minute gameplay trailer of Kingdom Hearts 3, and this is noteworthy because at the very end of this trailer, it says coming 2018. So we now finally have a release window for Kingdom Hearts 3. Granted, it is the entire year of 2018, and I'm still not 100% positive that they're going to hit this. But the fact that they're finally putting a time frame on the game makes me feel confident that it's actually going in the right direction in the production cycle. And on top of that, it revealed a Toy Story world, which is super cool. The look of it, just from the world, Sora, Donald, and Goofy have kind of an action figure look to them, because if you've played the previous Kingdom Hearts games, wherever your team goes, they'll look like the world. If you go to Halloween Town, you'll have like a jack-o'-lantern on your face, and Goofy will be like a Frankenstein monster. If you go to Ariel's world, you're half mermaid, and Donald's an octopus and stuff like that. And so you look like a full-blown action figure, which I think is cool. Yeah. The gameplay, or at least the audio in this trailer, was Japanese, so we don't know if Tim Allen and Tom Hanks are going to come back and reprise their role of Woody and Buzz Lightyear, respectively. But we did see both of those characters in the gameplay, or not in the gameplay, but in footage from the game. So fingers crossed that they can get both of those guys back, because in the past, Kingdom Hearts has been able to get some of the bigger name actors, like James Woods. Whenever Hades shows up, he's reprising the role of Hades. So I'm hoping they can get Tim Allen and Tom Hanks to do this, but they're kind of big stars. So excited about that, and obviously excited about the fact that they've put a release window on it. Like I said, I'm still not positive it's going to hit that release window, but would that mean at the absolute worst we're looking at 2019 for a release date? And if that's the worst case scenario, I don't know if that's necessarily a bad thing, because in a game like this, I want Kingdom Hearts 3 to come out when it's done.
Yeah, right.
None of this half-assed crap. Because
they don't release games that are done, Landon.
Well, and I was going to say, we're already going to get a bunch of half-assed crap if the previous Kingdom Hearts are any indication, because we've had like Kingdom Hearts 1.5, we've had Kingdom Hearts 2.5, we've had, I think, like 2.78, and like something stupid. Like, granted, they put these out because it's been over a decade since Kingdom Hearts 2 came out. So maybe now that they're actually of the mindset, we want to continue this franchise on, we won't have, a decade plus in between 3 and 4, and we won't have these stopgap games that they put out that everybody likes. So, but more Kingdom Hearts, yay, I guess. And then finally, in Hot and Streamy, this is something that's going on right now. Actually, if you're a PlayStation 4 owner, it's wrapping up right now. But if you're a Xbox One owner, you are currently in the throes of Destiny 2's beta access. And this is what we're getting in the beta. You get the opening story mission. I assume you can play that as many times as you want. During the beta, you're going to have 2 Crucible modes as well as 2 maps. You're going to have, and I think this is cool for the beta, you're going to have the ability to have cooperative strikes. They're going to give you a strike, and you're going to be able to do it or team up like you would if this was a full-blown release game. You're also going to have access to the new subclasses. If you're a Warlock player, your new subclass is going to be Dawnblade. Hunter's new subclass is Arcstrider, and finally Sentinel is the new subclass for the Titan. And if you can complete all the stuff, or if you do certain stuff in the beta, there is an emblem you can unlock and carry over to the full release of Destiny 2. And as far as I've been able to tell in my research, none of anything you do in the Destiny will transfer over to the retail copy, except for that new emblem that I just spoke of. Like if you're able to get your Guardian up to like level 20, you're not going to be able to start Destiny 2 with a level 20 in Guardian, or like have your light level already this high. So don't worry if you're one of these people. It's like early access. I'm going to get in there so when it drops, I can get the new stuff first. It's nothing like that. So whenever it drops, we're all going to start on the same level playing field. But like I said, it's a little time shifted. July 18th to the 20th is the PS4 beta. July 19th and the 20th is the Xbox One beta. But here's the fun caveat: July 21st through the 23rd, it's open beta for consoles. So if I'm reading that correctly, 21st or the 23rd, if you have an internet connection and you have an Xbox One or a PlayStation 4, you should be able to download the Destiny 2 beta and give it a shot 21st through the 23rd. So something to do this weekend if you don't have anything going on, and that's hot and streamy. So.
Nice. Yeah.
Nice.
That's exciting.
Do you think they're going to try to release like a big compilation of Kingdom Hearts before they release the new one? Like you think they'd remaster it maybe, or maybe just release kind of like a thing for people to grab it and get into it?
I want to say they did that recently.
Have they?
They did like a PS4 remastered of Kingdom Hearts. Let me pull that up, because even if it wasn't the PS4 version, I know as recently as the PS3, they did a bunch of like I made reference to like Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and stuff like that. So I know they did that in the PS3 cycle, and yeah. Walmart has it for $34.50. Kingdom Hearts HD 1.5 and 2.5 collection. So you can play both games all the way through on your PlayStation 4. So you don't have to break out the PS3 or any download codes for that. So considering they've already done that, I doubt there's going to be like a new big bundle. I mean, I could be proven wrong. There could be like some crazy collector edition that comes with Kingdom Hearts 3 that's like $200 and something like that. But I feel like the definitive Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 experience is already out there.
There you go.
So I was just wondering. I've never played Kingdom Hearts or anything like that. So I was just thinking, maybe they'll do a compilation. I know they try to do that when you've had a very lengthy time on release. Mm-hmm. And then the other...
go ahead.
I was going to say, the other thing I was going to say is they probably would be able to get the voices for Toy Story as Toy Story 4 is outcoming, so I'm sure they're recording those voices as we speak anyway.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, if they've got the crew together, they're like, hey, while you're doing that, could you throw in a line or two for
for this game?
Hearts?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's easy to do for no-name voice actor Joe Blow, but if it's Tom freaking Hanks, this is not his first rodeo. So I'm sure he's like, yeah, I can do that, but you're gonna have to compensate me.
You just tell him it's part of the script.
Yeah, Tom Hanks seems like he's cool.
Why am I telling Goofy to go away? Why is that happening? Don't worry about it, Tom. We got it handled. Just read what's on the prompt.
Yeah, just read it. Oh, and I do want to say this on the Destiny 2 beta. Remember, it is a beta, so you will have some issues. Servers and stuff like this are going to go down, and this is part of the beta experience. So don't go online and bitch at Bungie that you can't get into Destiny beta because it's down or whatever. They're aware of it, and they're working on it, okay?
Okay, geez.
Golly.
I guess I'll shut down my laptop. I was ready to go
knock
write an angry email.
I already had mine typed up. All I had to do is send.
Well,
no, I have opted out.
Well, we know you've opted out of everything that's fun, but the reason I mentioned that is Bungie is already prepared. They've put an official blog post together talking about how there will be server impacts and network errors and stuff like that. So Bungie is also like, just chill. We're aware. We got this.
I wish that we would do more beta with a lot of these games, because I think that it's a really great opportunity for them to get an idea of, first of all, what's the reaction going to be to what we got.
it's a good showcase.
And do we have the infrastructure set up appropriately so when we launch, it's not going to crash on everybody? Like
That right there. Yes.
Yeah. So I wish there was more of this.
Seems like Gears of War did that. They've done that for a lot of their releases. I want to say from like 2 on, they've done beta. So.
Well, I know they've definitely done beta for the multiplayer aspect because that's where their servers are going to be slammed the most. So, and it's like, in all honesty, with every game having to have it seems like almost every game having to have an online aspect, I would be right there with you. It's like do more beta. Heck, do some beta, not more beta. It's like actually check this before you make us drop $60 on it, and we turn into paid beta testers.
I'm not for sure, but don't you have to be like pre-sale to get the beta right now?
Yes, for the dates, the console exclusive dates that I gave, 18th through the 20th on PlayStation 4 and 19th and 20th on Xbox One, you do have to pre-order a copy of Destiny 2. And it doesn't have to be like the $100 collector's edition. It could be the $60 retail version that will get you a beta code to early access. But like I said, I do think on that 21st through the 23rd, I believe that's just open to anybody who has a console.
Okay.
So if you are a pre-orderer, I think you're going to have closed beta before the open beta hits on the 21st through the 23rd. So
yeah. So I mean, you have to kind of promise your $60 anyway until open beta comes.
Yeah, well, and I mean, at the same time, it's like I know you've said you've opted out of Destiny 2, but I kind of look at it as like, and I might be speaking for Jay here, and if I'm not speaking for you, please interject. We're gonna get Destiny 2 anyway, so why not get some now?
Yeah, the only reason I have is because they've pushed the whole concept is we're back at PlayStation because Xbox is mean, so. That's why I did it. It's nothing to the content of it. It's just their personal preferences is going to make my personal preferences different.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I get that. Or you could get a PlayStation.
I could if I didn't have so much tied up into my Xbox. Do you have anything on getting Destiny there?
No, I think Landon said what I was kind of thinking.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm right along with him. I didn't have a protest.
Well, and I mean,
sure.
like, honestly, the only thing in this situation that would have stopped me from getting the beta through pre-order is money, and I just happen to have a Best Buy gift card. Now, if I didn't have that, maybe I wouldn't be gearing up for the closed beta. But at the same time, it's like I'm going to get the game anyway, so might as well.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, I got to save my money for Assassin's Creed. That $800 don't come easy.
Exactly. Yeah.
I can't wait to see you in that medallion.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna have that Horgon right on the outside, baby.
Well, it's funny, Jay, you say you can't wait to see him because after he spends the $800 to get that medallion, he's going to be sleeping on your couch.
He's moving in.
So, exactly.
What's up? I would love to know the retailers that are going to have that on hand. That's got to be something you've got to order. And then you got to worry about, you got to sit on your doorstep when Amazon's bringing that or whoever and just wait because it's going to get pilfered. I guess I can move on to my premium roast of what I saw this week. And it's another trailer.
Okay.
It's a TV show. It's The Tick.
The Tick.
Which, unless you're an Amazon Prime member, you're not watching.
Yep.
So, but you know what? It wasn't. I will talk a little bit. I will say that the actor they got to do The Tick is doing The Tick. It was way over the top in this thing. I mean, somebody compared it to Adam West has become the new Now. So, I don't know. It looked okay. I like The Tick. I loved the cartoon, and then they had the live action with was it Warburton, and that was pretty funny. I thought he did a really great job on that. I think the problem I have with this whole show is the way Amazon made this preview. It's terrible. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't know what's happening. I get a concept, like if I were somebody who were fresh into this and was like, what am I watching? I'm watching people in costumes act stupid. And it's like they're trying to be the Incredibles at the same time trying to hang on to what The Tick was, which was just silly in certain aspects. It's just, and they put music, like weird music to it. I don't even remember the song they had in the background. It made no sense to what was happening. And it's just like they've showed me like different parts of the story. We're seeing villains. We're not seeing villains. We're seeing people he's cooperating with. And then every time they show the Tick, he's like over the top, like, ha ha ha, hello. You know, it's whatever Amazon, whoever makes their trailers needs to stop making their trailers. This is basically the last nail in the coffin for whoever the production designer is for this trailer. It's terrible. I don't know who did it or why, but don't do any more. Stop right now.
So you're more roasting the trailer than the series.
Exactly.
Like
the series, I'll give a chance because I have Amazon Prime, and that's the only way I'm watching it, and that's the only way a lot of people are watching it. So I don't know what kind of viewership this is going to get because this went from a small pool of people to even a smaller pool of people who have Amazon Prime.
Yeah. Are you a Tick fan who also has Amazon Prime?
Yeah, exactly. Do you like ordering things a lot?
Yeah.
Do you watch The Tick? Hey, here we are for you. So,
Were you a fan of the old show?
yeah, I
liked it?
I liked Warburton. I think he did a great job because Warburton is funny.
Yeah.
I think he's a great actor. I really enjoy his comedic pacing, as it were, and the way he delivers lines. And then the cartoon was funny too. I say spoon all the time, and people have no idea what that's about.
I did really like the cartoon. Yeah.
Spoon, where he was looking for his what he could say when he jumps into a fight.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'll say spoon. So, and that was funny. And then the guy, was it Mothman? Is that his name? Or is it Mothman? I can't remember right at this moment.
It was just the moth.
Is it the moth?
Moth,
Yeah,
yeah.
the moth. He was funny. The guy they had in the cartoon was great. The guy they have in this looks like he is really carrying this series for this guy. I don't know why. And there's a lot of gadgetry, and it looks like there's a lot of backstory to how he becomes who he is, and this, that, and the other. And I don't know. I'll give it a chance. I want to see it. But as far as like the trailer telling me what's happening, I know everything about the moth because it shows me exactly what happens to this guy and who he is and why. And I don't know. I wasn't a big fan of who built this trailer. I mean, it's not good. It's not good at all.
Yeah, they're not doing a good job of really promoting it to people who might not already have been bought in,
Yeah.
right?
Right. And I watched this one, and then I watched A Wrinkle in Time. And let me tell you something. There are worlds of difference, Walt Disney worlds of difference between who made the trailer for A Wrinkle in Time versus who made the Tick trailer. It's just terrible. It's like Wrinkle in Time, I don't really remember, but the trailer, the way it progressed, I was like, oh, look at the action. Oh, look at the craziness that's going on. This looks like a lot of fun, you know? And then I watched the Tick, and I'm like, I feel like I'm either having a seizure or I just developed Alzheimer's in the middle of this trailer because I don't know what's going on from one side to the other. It's not fun.
Yeah.
It's not a good time. And I think it's going to make it worse for your viewership. They're going to become the new Fox with shows now.
Well, especially when you're trying to sell a series where people would have to have some sort of subscription to watch it, so it's not like they could just try it.
Yeah, hey, see how you like that? See, if it was just, hey, do you have Amazon account? You can watch the show. No. You got to pay that money.
Yeah,
to
at least
watch
the
this.
pilot.
Yeah.
They should really think about that.
Oh, they should definitely CBS this guy.
Yeah.
Let me throw that out there for the flavor. Oh, you like it? Come on here and buy an Amazon Prime subscription.
Get that first taste out there.
That's right. Drug dealers.
Taste is free.
That's right.
Unless they think it's going to be hot garbage, and then they're like, "No, we want to get your money first."
Maybe this was another Pandora deal where they're just like, we signed up to do this a long time ago when we thought it was going to be cool. It did not work out. Here we are with this contract. So
I don't know, man.
I'm not really happy with the guy who's the Tick either. He doesn't really make me happy. I don't know. I'm just like, like every line he says in this trailer is cringeworthy. So I don't know. I was kind of bagging on him on a bad trailer. So
Yeah. Give him a chance. It might not be him.
I'll give it may not be him. It may be the whole series. No,
That's true.
maybe the writing in general. But I don't know. That's where I'm with Premium Roast. Whoever makes those trailers, stop.
Stop it.
Stop it now. So that kind of brings us full circle. Not really, because we weren't talking about anything else. Actually, I guess it does, because Tuesday we were talking about some fun ideas for casting and you know, Mary Poppins Still Poppin'. And then you've got I don't know, some other ones they're throwing out there. I guess Dumbo and
Mulan.
Yeah, we were gonna throw Sinbad in Mulan. So we started thinking, what would be a good debate this week? And we have come up with what doesn't need to happen as a live action movie for one reason or another.
Yeah, which
So-
one
so-
would we, if it's one that's already in production, which one would we detonate today?
Oh,
and
yeah,
say, "Stop it,
absolutely.
send our thanks but no thanks emails.
Whatever cash has been flushed already, let's let it go and write it off on tax time, and let's move forward with the movie that really is going to work.
Yeah.
So,
You want to kick us off?
you want me to kick you off?
Yeah, go ahead.
So I was thinking about this, and I was like, what movie do they not need to make live action? And I have come, Sword in the Stone doesn't need to be made for the simple reason that every movie about Merlin and King Arthur has bombed and has not done well.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. It looks like I love Sword in the Stone. I love it, love it, love it. But the comedic items in there, the music and everything is great for that movie at that time. Let's leave it alone. Let's not touch it. Let's not bring, let's not bring another, what is that? Ian McKellar in there to be another wizard again. Let's not do this. Let's not make these things happen. Let's leave it alone and admit that Sword in the Stone is good as it is.
Okay.
I'm thinking.
I guess I was kind of taking the angle when I think of Sword of the Stone is that we've like
explored
you said,
it.
we've
Yeah.
had plenty of King Arthur movies. Mm-hmm. I mean, you could do it in a different way, but we've gotten enough of that, I think. And you're right; it usually doesn't work.
I mean, if you're going to do something of that nature in that time, let's do Black Cauldron. Let's get dark.
Yeah.
Let's get
I
nasty
vote for
dark.
Black Cauldron.
Yeah. So if you're going to go that round, let me offer this alternative to you. I've got your offer here in my hand. I'm going to slip it into my trash can, and now I'm going to slide you this note.
Slide it across the table.
Right across the table. Don't look at it. Now look at it. Black Cauldron. That's what it says. And it just says yes at the bottom.
Yeah, yeah, I like that.
So, and Disney's capable of doing dark. So no Sword of the Stone, Black Cauldron.
Okay, that's
So-
a good alternative.
What would you have us walk away from?
Well, Landon, would you like to go next?
Oh,
or-
he's
or-
saving it. He's saving
You wanna
it.
go
This
last?
has got to be good.
No, I'll go ahead and get in because mine's just going to be really short and sweet.
All right.
Dumbo. Really? like Tim Burton's Dumbo. Really? At what point does this feel like a good idea?
See?
We know Helena Bonham Carter's going to be.
Oh,
in it.
absolutely. She's going to be
And-
Dumbo.
Yeah, wearing some stupid thing. And no, Johnny Depp.
Oh, I
is
forgot
gonna
he's
play
Dumbo.
wearing 500 hats and 9,000 scarves at the same
She'll
time.
be
It's
Dumbo's
like,
mom.
Like, why? Like, I get it. Disney thinks that they found this new franchise to print money, just turning all of their old stories into live action versions. But it's like eventually they're going to see a diminish on their returns. And Dumbo,
Yeah, at some point it's not
No.
going to work.
No, Dumbo to me would be too hard. To visually get the ears on this elephant is going to be bad.
and I know some people are saying it's like, oh well, they made the Jungle Book work, and that's a movie with nothing but talking animals. Yeah, I guess, but it's like the Jungle Book and Dumbo even feel drastically different from each other.
Jungle Book was good, but there are parts of it that I was like, oh, I'm sad because they didn't flush out. Like the whole buildup we had with Kaa was nothing. That was nothing in that movie. And then I love Christopher Walken, but King Louie, no way, man. That was not cool for me. I don't know why. And his song was my favorite in the Jungle Book.
I think
so.
that was one of the main reasons they wanted Christopher Walken to sing something, and they were like, "This will work."
And that's I get it, but they could have put him in. They should have put him in Dumbo. I mean,
And he's got like, if you think, he's kind of got his mob, right? So he's like a mob boss. So it kind of works if you think about it. But
no. I understand.
But,
yeah,
but once
you're
you
throwing
put it
some good
into
points.
practice,
But yeah, Dumbo, you're not gonna. There are so many. First off, if you guys have never seen Dumbo or it's been a minute, you need to listen for the very first song, or maybe not the first song, but the "Watch Out for Mr. Stork" song is the most stalkerish, crazy. I'm gonna get you no matter what song. Like it should be in one of the Friday the 13th movies. It's so creepo. It's bad.
my argument against Dumbo is that even since I was a kid, I've always thought Dumbo was boring.
I like Dumbo,
Yeah.
but there are some racist stuff. If you don't believe
yeah.
me, watch The Crows.
The Crows, yeah.
Holy crap!
But
Well, there's been a lot of racist
Yeah.
stuff in Disney's history.
Oh, absolutely.
Song of the South.
I was about to say we still don't have Song of the South. Are we going to get that live action? Because that'll be hilarious.
We are not getting that.
Goodbye,
Never
Disney.
again.
You were cool.
this podcast may end because you mentioned Song of the South.
I know, true.
We're going to
Actually-
disappear off the face of the planet.
Yeah,
Song
this
of the
podcast is now going to be locked into the Disney vault.
I
never
take
to
that
be
back.
seen.
Song of the South, isn't it a blend?
Yeah,
Isn't
it
it a
is.
Roger Rabbit-esque?
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
Animation with
so
live
so they've
action.
already done that. It's just maybe that's the buildup. We get all these live action, and they're like, boom, Song of the South, baby.
It's back.
It's back.
I don't think any of us would have seen that one coming.
Could not predict that.
Yeah, but really for me, like Dumbo was never my thing.
There was some things in it, but I remember watching it as a kid, and I was like, I waited for the Crow song, which is funny, and then the Pink Elephants on Parade LSD song, and then the Stork song's creepy, and then the whole thing with the train and then building the tents was cool in the rain. I don't know why I thought that was cool. It's a cool scene in the cartoon. It's probably forgettable to anybody, but for me, it was cool. But that's about it. There's really nothing else. Him flying and stuff, I'm like, eh. And then the clowns they had in that movie that were just way beyond nightmares, and torturing that poor elephant.
Mm-hmm.
And there's going to be some animal cruelty looking in this guy. I mean, they lock up his mom because she goes nuts because they spank the Dumbo with something or hit him or something.
See, that's interesting too because the
How are you gonna do
the
that?
timing of this movie will be interesting because it wasn't that long ago that the
They're no longer-
Ringling Brothers
no longer in the circus.
don't have elephants anymore.
Yeah, and-
because that was such a big controversy.
Maybe it's a biopic on that. We're getting Dumbo, but it's not really Dumbo. It's their seal on this biopic of how Ringling Brothers tortured elephants.
Maybe Ringling Brothers saw that this movie was coming out and they were like, "This is going to be
Oh.
our Blackfish. We've got to get rid of these elephants."
They have got to go. Yeah, I don't care where you put them. It's Operation Dumbo drop here soon. They're loading up cargo planes and dropping them off back to their hometown.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm totally with you. Dumbo seems. Here's the thing: we need to stop Dumbo.
Stop them.
Just stop it right now. Tim Burton, let's get you on Black Cauldron, buddy, because
Oh.
that's where we need you.
There we
That's
go.
where you can put Bonham Carter wherever you want. We don't even care.
Reallocate
You want
those
Depp in
talents,
there?
yeah.
Sure, he can be that weird lord necromancer they got in there that's creepy as all get out.
That would
That-
actually be a good.
Let's
a good
move.
marriage.
Let's
Yeah.
make this move, Landon. Let's go ahead and get this deal done and make this move.
I'll call up Jim Disney. We'll get the
Jim
paperwork
Disney.
working.
See, like the Ford family, they're all named Ford regardless.
Exactly. Yep.
And
There's
you're like,
Walt. There's Jim. There's Billy Bob. There's Randall. Randall Disney. He's a mean drunk. You got to watch out for him.
Randall. He's got his Winnebago out there that he lives out of. He likes living on the Hollywood lot, as it were, in
There's
Florida.
Lanolin Disney.
Lanolin Disney.
Like sheep's wool.
Oh, nice. Nice. That was before names were important.
All right, you ready for mine?
So we've stopped Dumbo.
Bring it on. Yeah.
We've stopped Sword in the Stone. What else do we need to put the kibosh on here?
I do not need a live action Lion King.
You know what? I wanted to say that, but I thought like I would be the bad guy if I said
No.
that.
The thing is, this gets into
It's just going
stuff
to be a
we've
bunch of
talked
people
about.
with fur collars. That's all it's going to be.
But this is what we've talked about before, in that you created something that was good,
Yes.
using a certain medium,
Yes.
which was animation, and it wasn't the
Which you do well.
Yeah, it was great. Why? Again, back to why? Why?
Why?
Why? You have to recast. Now I know Donald Glover's going to be in this one, and
We've already got a movie for him. Disney already has a movie for him.
Yeah.
This is more of their transference of characters.
It is.
Hey, you know what? You're a great Lando. But you know what? Can we get you on that Lion King?
we think you would be a good Simba.
We think you'd be a great Simba.
So I don't know. I feel like,
gonna-
and here's another thing too. That movie has a little bit of playful racism in it as well.
Oh yeah. Let me tell you something. Who is going to be Rafiki?
That's what I'm
Because they have
referring
got to be. Michael Clark Duncan is gone, so we have no one that is going to pick up Simba in the air over a rock. You have got to be a strong guy for this.
Well,
He does not look like a light man.
I mean, I don't think that it's going to be
Don't-
humans in costumes.
I think so.
Because, but the thing is, why?
I think it's
Why
going to
would
look
you
like a
call
furry
it-
convention is what I think it's going to look like.
Why would you call it live action if it's all going to be CGI? There are no human characters in The Lion King.
No, there's none.
So that's kind of my big thing. It's like
Dumbo, there isn't either, except for in the background.
Well,
you
that's
s-
true.
You see the Ren and Stimpy,
Like-
need a foot.
Yeah, right. The humans attending the circus and stuff.
Yeah,
but,
you see them silhouette wise.
but why? Why? I don't know. I mean,
we have the Broadway show. We're good.
exactly.
We
yeah.
are good.
The Broadway show. You're not going to top the Broadway show.
No.
That was a great incarnation of Lion King. It's something that was great. Good music. Good. I mean, the costume design.
That's
amazing.
what I heard. I have heard nothing but glowing reviews
Yeah.
about this. I mean, it is supposed to be, spectacular,
It's great.
spectacular.
It's great.
And now, no, we don't need a movie.
So all you're going to do is you're overusing a franchise that we've gotten enough out of,
Mm-hmm.
and you're potentially making something that's not going to be as good as what we had. So why?
yeah, why?
So-
Why in that legacy?
At least with Dumbo, in my mind, you could maybe make it better than it was for me because I didn't like the cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
So because I like Tim Burton, I'm a big Tim Burton guy. But Sword in the Stone, I'm still against. But
Yeah.
but I don't know. And I'm against Dumbo. I'm just trying to say, if I had to pick one of these three that I'm like, let's let this one slide, I think it would
Yeah.
be Dumbo, maybe for me.
Yeah, definitely.
But
Well, and plus with something like Dumbo, I don't want to interrupt you here,
No, go
but
ahead.
I will. You talk about like Dumbo versus The Lion King. Dumbo was made way back in the day, so like people our age group and around our age group, we're like, yeah, cool. Dumbo's fine, but Lion King is the Disney that we
Yeah.
grew up on. So
Yeah.
I mean, there's
I
already
did not.
this like love affair with Dumbo, or not Dumbo, Lion King, that there wouldn't be with Dumbo.
yeah, you're
So-
right. So that probably sells more tickets because people are like, I remember that movie. That was a favorite of mine. I mean, a lot of people say
And-
Lion King's one of their favorites.
Well, number one, let's look at the things that are going on in Lion King too. Since we explored the racism of Dumbo, Lion King has Nazis in it. Let's go ahead and talk about that. They are. You see Scar up there like a dictator. I mean, he might as well have the little black mustache. So we're not selling this. We're not selling
yeah.
this movie in Germany.
The hyenas.
So let's move away from there, or Italy, and we're going to move away from this, and we're going to go over to where they kill his dad. And he not only kills him, he murders him. This is a
Straight up
murder,
murder.
straight up murder in Lion King,
Yeah.
which I don't know. I'm sure there's been other murders in Disney, but I cannot remember.
Oh yeah,
any of
Disney
them.
loves to kill parents. What are you talking about?
Oh yeah, we kill parents left and right. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
are you close to them? Dead. Or we cannot have a family unit ever.
Heck no.
Going back to the Beauty and the Beast, I was interested to see how they would pull off Gaston's demise.
Yes.
And they made it to where no one's at fault.
Yeah, he goes,
Yeah.
into the abyssal pit. You never hear him go splat.
Yeah. So I wonder, do you think they would try to go that route in The Lion King so that you don't have a straight up murder?
Well, now,
No, you can't. You have
Oh,
to
you
see.
have to have
the
Scar.
hurt
The
in
only
Simba's
reason-
eyes
yeah.
as he sees Mufasa fall to his death.
yes, no, he finds him after Scar. Like, if you remember, and I remember this like it was yesterday because it was pretty emotional.
yeah, it was.
He's climbing up. He's like, Scar, help me.
Help me, brother.
He puts his claws in the, yeah, brother.
And then
Don't
the
throw
first
me
one.
down there. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. If Randy Savage wasn't dead, he could be Mufasa.
Mufasa?
Yeah.
Dude, you have no
All the
idea
light
how many
touches.
sentences every week I start. If Randy Savage wasn't dead. ...
I'm telling you right now, imagine this movie with Randy Savage as Mufasa. All
Well,
of
I'm
the
aboard.
light touches is yours.
I'm on board.
So, but we still have Hulk Hogan, who could be Scar. But
Yeah.
no. He's climbing up there. Scar sticks his claws into his hands and then throws him
him.
into the herd.
Throws him, yeah.
I mean, he goes in there, and you don't see him get like battered and beaten dead. But when Simba
it's
finds him, he's
insinuated.
like a corpse,
Yeah.
basically.
But isn't Simba like watching all of this from above?
No.
Like that.
He's below. Because isn't
He was
still
running
down
away.
there?
Yeah, he didn't see him kill his father.
Well, he didn't see the murder,
Yeah.
but he saw his dad fall.
Saw his dad
There
fall
we-
into the herd.
and
Right.
get
He sees
trampled.
the death.
Yeah.
So in that aspect, with Beauty and the Beast being shown the way it is, do you think that we would never see Scar murder him? He admits to it later.
Yeah.
But we never see it.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like you're right. That's one of those iconic scenes that everybody it draws
Scar automatically
serious
there is
emotion.
no redemption for
Right.
him. None.
Right. So I feel like they have to do it.
And then on top of that, when we come back to the Pride Lands, isn't that what it's called? When we come back to the Pride Lands, we see nothing but skeletons and carcasses where they have more or less looted the circle of life. Yeah, they've killed everything. So would we see all these carcasses and death?
Yeah, I think.
I mean, you would have to.
Yep.
And if they don't make Jack Black Pumbaa, it's done. Because the fart jokes alone, you need somebody who is a fart joke expert.
That's a really good piece of casting right there.
Bingo. Done. Let's just move away from Lion King and do Lion King 1.5, or we talk about Timon and Pumbaa.
They actually, they did. Oh, you just want to make that live
Let's
action.
make that live action. Let's just skip. That's got a lot of elements we don't want to face.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and move to this comedic one that's a lot more fun.
I don't think you could. This is one of those like defining performances. I really like Nathan Lane as Timon. I don't know that.
Who's Nathan Lane? Like the name. I don't. What is he?
Well, you would have seen him in things like The Birdcage. He plays opposite Robin Williams in The Birdcage.
Was
is he the guy that talks like this?
No. He's the real effeminate one in The Birdcage. What else has he been in that you would know?
Let me look him
I'm
up.
trying to think of what you would know.
He's been in the film version of The Producers.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and that's.
But he's the voice of Timon in the original movie.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I know who you're talking about now, Nathan.
And
okay.
I like
You don't think
him
you-
as Timon. I don't know how you.
I thought
how you would,
they had cast him already.
No, I don't know who you would cast as Timon.
Oh,
You bring him back, you
Whoa,
have to.
yeah. Here's the thing about him being it, and this is not a slant on him. He's a Mouse Hunt. If you told me Mouse Hunt,
Oh, okay. Sorry.
the only thing about him is, and this is going to sound really bad, is they're going to have to do something about his physical paralysis of his figure, because Timon is going to have to be a very
Well, he's a meek rat.
yes, he's going to have to be very meek.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to get that guy way down.
Yeah. And I still think it's not going to be people, but we'll see. I think it's going to be CGI. I think it's going to be like Jungle Book, except no Mowgli.
But what's the point?
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, now I'm with you. Now I'm on the trailer with you, because I was like, well, no, they'll have people in there somewhere. But yeah, that's. But Jungle Book had people.
Yeah, when you suggested Jack Black being Pumbaa, you wanted Jack Black wearing a warthog
Absolutely,
costume,
making
saying
fart
skadoosh.
jokes and them doing like CGI green cloud behind him, you know. And they got to eat bugs, so it's going to be like Fear Factor at some point in this movie.
Yep, Jack Black just has a bucket full of crickets, just
And they're
mouth.
just eating the trash out of them.
Those are Skittles.
Skittles.
Where is
I knew it
Skittles?
was Skittles.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. He's from that movie Tropic Thunder, where he does the parody of all the Clump movies.
Okay, well, if we're gonna go ahead, and start
Eddie
casting
Murphy
this
could
movie-
be Eddie Murphy could be Timon.
Or all right, how about this for the bird Zazu?
Yep.
John Oliver.
Ooh, I like that. That's pretty good.
Yeah, because if there's one person you're going to treat like trash, it's John Oliver.
Oh no, you be nice to John Oliver.
No. If you notice in the movie, I mean, Simba basically all but throws him into the gutter.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah,
Be nice to
they can't make this movie. If it's all CGI, there's no point to what you're doing. You're literally
Jeez.
just Wreck-It Ralphing the original Lion King.
So hopefully this doesn't come across as racist, because I'm not trying to be.
Oh no!
Oh God, here we go.
You got that? He's an editor, so he can make himself racist at this point, or not make himself racist.
We'll see
at
how
this
it goes. We're all going to find out together. Why not? Why not? If you're going to cast Rafiki,
point. Oh no!
why not make it one of the most respected minds of our time? Hey, do you know where I'm going
Stephen
with this?
Hawking?
Not Stephen Hawking. Oh my God. No.
Well, he's got the chair. I thought they was going to give him a lift or something.
No. No, I'm talking about going, because the reason I'm worried that this is a bit of a racist thing to say is because I think people will say I'm just sticking with a black person, and that's not what I'm trying to do. Why not go Neil deGrasse Tyson? Because Rafiki is the wise one who sees beyond everything.
Could he do that zaniness though?
No, I don't think you play it zany. I think you play it different.
straight?
Yeah, I think you play Rafiki as just the wise. Look at the stars. He even says stuff like that.
So you want a Yoda?
Yeah,
You want Yoda? You want that more less
But he-
humor, more
But I will say,
sage knowledge.
Neil deGrasse Tyson can deliver a joke.
Neil deGrasse Tyson's great. I love his interviews. He does a great job. I think he holds himself well. He has a podcast that went to TV. So I mean, this guy's killing it.
Doing something right.
Yeah, he's doing something right. So and he's smart.
While we're on the casting of, apparently the
Why
John
did-
Oliver idea was so great, they're actually doing it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
The girlfriend overheard us talking and she pulled up an article. This is from Entertainment Weekly. John Oliver has been named as Zazu.
Oh my God!
Here's the thing though.
Donald Glover is Simba. We know James Earl Jones is returning as
Yep,
Mufasa.
Mufasa.
Timon
As
and
a
Pumbaa
fossil.
have already been cast.
Oh,
Billy
no.
Eichner is Timon, and Seth Rogen is Pumbaa.
Well,
Seth
that's your
Rogen's in
that's your
that
other fart
category.
joke guy.
Yeah, he's in
so
that category.
and who's Pumbaa or who's
Timon.
Timon?
Billy Eichner, you would know him from Parks and Rec. He was one of the Pawnee people that came over to work with the Pawnee Parks and Rec department. I'm trying to remember his name.
I'm going to take a look at his face.
Really?
Oh yeah, that guy. That guy. That's interesting.
This
It's
guy?
gonna be a very manic Timon.
Really?
Yeah,
God, he's kind of big.
but again, it's gonna be
He's-
CG.
He's expressive. You know what would be super creepy? Let's talk about why this movie shouldn't be made, how creepy you can make it. It's putting these people's faces on the animals.
Oh my gosh, I just overcast him. I've got a way better idea.
Oh, no.
For Timon. I could totally see for Timon, why not go
David
with,
Tennant.
No, not David. I'm not against putting David Tennant in everything because I think he's great. Actually, he might make a good Rafiki. He would make a good. That's pretty good. David Tennant as Rafiki would work.
And it's only because of his body that I would think that.
Well, but also he's got that whimsical personality.
Oh,
and
yeah.
He could do it. He could totally nail that. No. I was thinking of casting Timon, and I'm going with someone else from Parks and Rec.
Uh-oh.
Landon, do you know who I'm talking about?
Wait, is Timon?
Yeah, as Timon. Think Parks and Rec.
Is it Aziz?
Aziz
Aziz,
Ansari.
yeah.
I knew you were going to say Aziz.
He would make a great Timon.
He would.
Only if you make Rafiki.
Randy.
What is his name? Oh, the guy that's like super manly. What is his name?
Oh, Ron Swanson.
Yeah,
Only if you can make Ron Swanson Rafiki.
that would be funny.
Okay, yeah, I'm now on board if we're making the quote unquote live action.
Parks
Lion
and Rec
King. Stuff like
is-
Parks and Rec.
Lion King. Because you've already got Glover.
Oh, yeah. You could use John Ralphio as one of the hyenas.
Or was he? He was Community though, wasn't he? Jeez. What would you have Polar be? Oh, the mom, or no, his
Amy
love
Poehler.
interest.
Amy Poehler could be, what's her name? I'm trying to pull it. Yeah, but her, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Who, yeah,
Or
she
the
could do that.
mom.
Or the mom.
You freaking killed me after that John Ralphio line. That's awesome. He is the worst.
The one that the actress that plays his sister on Parks and Rec. Tell me your name. I can't think of
Jenny
it.
Peck.
Yep. She's already doing voice acting stuff, so
Oh well, there you go.
So she could
You're,
do
you're
that.
still caught up in the CGI. Yeah.
I am. I am caught
So
up in
the
CGI.
reason we can't do Lion King, no matter how amazing cast we come up with,
Yeah.
is it's going to be CGI. There's no point in having people. There's no point.
I think it would be
There's no
way
point in,
stupid if it's
there's no
people.
way of billing it as live action. No, because it's a furry convention.
Yeah.
Right off the bat, it is.
I'm
That's
not
what
going,
it is.
I'm not going to see Donald Glover crawl around on all fours.
No.
With a fur coat from the 70s on.
Yeah, not interested.
And
with
and that's coming from somebody who's a really big Donald Glover fan.
He'd be basically wearing that coat from Triple X Xander Cage was wearing, that big fur collar.
That would be so bizarre. I'm not into that. Let's not do it.
Nope.
All right. So this will be the poll this week. Mm-hmm. Go to nerd_news_cafe and vote in our Thursday No Pants poll. We will pose the question to you: which one of these three should not be a live action movie? And we're going to say Matt's Sword in the Stone.
Yep.
Landon picked Dumbo, and I'm going with Lion King.
No write-ins.
No write-ins.
No write-ins.
We don't acknowledge them.
But you can vote, retweet, and if you're a follower, and you must be a follower,
You have to be a follower.
and you must retweet the poll, not a retweet of the poll.
Mm-hmm.
If you do those things, you can win a free digital comic to be named later. And speaking of that, why don't we quickly revisit the poll from last week? And in that poll, we asked you, our lovely listeners, would you prefer, or what do you prefer, theme park or water park? And we got some good responses on there. And where did we land as far as final? I know that theme park won, but what was the final percentage?
75%.
75-25. Okay.
Yeah, out of 16 votes. So
Yeah. So a lot of you are on the Justin Landon train on that one.
You're on the right side.
But for those of you that did vote, we actually had a pretty good retweet response.
we had a
this
really
time.
good retweet response.
Yeah.
So a lot of options out there, and we're going to revisit our Google random number generator and come up with a winner. Okay, Matt, give me a drum roll because we're going to get a random number here and pick a winner of our comic for the week. And the winner, without further ado, is Mason Radcliffe. Who tells us he is a farmer who reads comics. So I hope you have access to electricity and tablets and things like that.
Wow, that was awful.
He's a farmer.
Seriously, Jay.
He
What's up
has
with that?
Twitter.
Oh, yeah. Good point. Oh, and he's in Manitoba, Canada. So I was going to do some Canadian greeting, but all I know is hello.
Jeez.
That still counts. On
I think that they take that as a greeting.
I know.
Which he's near our headquarters now, our
That's
studio.
Come on down to Sheboygan and pick up your digital comic.
No, we'll get that out to you.
Don't do that. No.
No, Mason, do
We're
not
really
make a
not
trip.
there.
We are there.
And we will not reimburse your travel expenses.
We will not. There are no
We don't even get
expenditures.
reimbursed for our travel expenses.
Yeah, no crap.
So, Landon, you said you were going to give away some Secret Empire this week. So are you doing number 4 on that one?
Yeah, I can definitely give away Secret Empire number 4, and then if next week we want to, give away Secret Empire number 5.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
Cool.
So congratulations, Mason. Thanks for voting, retweeting, and following. Thanks for being a listener. And I'm going to sing a song for you now. Welcome to Canada. Oh, sorry.
Oh, God. No.
No.
And
I thought he was going to sing "Oh Canada," and I was like, if he knows the words to this, I will clap.
I know the opening part of it. Past that, it's just a bunch of mumbles. Sorry, Canada.
I don't even know a lot of the songs we're supposed to know here. So,
Touche.
All right. Well, we got a lot of social media options besides Twitter, Matt. What else do we have?
we have the Facebook page, which you can go to, Nerd News Cafe on there. You can find us at our website, which is very up to date, very in, if you are into those things, nerdnewscafe.com. If you want to grab your email and email us, you can hit us up at nerdnewscafe@gmail.com. We're on YouTube, Nerd News Cafe. Just do a search. You will find us. We are there. And I think that about covers it. We don't have a P.O. box, so you can't send us free stuff. We will work on that, I promise.
If there's a chance people will send us free stuff, if we have a P.O. box, then we need to get one.
Yeah, seriously. I didn't know that was an option.
I have not heard that would happen. I'm just saying that there might be a possibility of people sending us stuff besides dog crap in a bag.
Yeah, we don't want that.
I do not want that on my doorstep, therefore you don't get my home address. So, with all that, and I can only lodge one extra person. So, I'm not looking for people to come home. I think that about covers everywhere we are available. The Twitter, of course, is nerd_news_cafe.
Yep.
And I think that about covers us, right? Yep.
I think so.
That's all you can
All
do.
right, so for Matt Weaver and Justin Kritzinger, my name is Landon Doan. We thank you for joining us again on another edition of Nerd News Cafe Stir It Up. We've been Nerd News. You've been great. Good night.
Good night.